Hi there, if you're interested in composting or you'd like to get established with composting, worm composting, this video may be of interest. I've been composting with worms for maybe 7 or 8 years. This is the second bit of kit I bought. This is from the good people at Urban Worm. I've had this a couple of years. It's great just because it holds so much volume and it's really simple. It's just an old council bin that's been recycled or upcycled. This comes as a kit. I think Urban Worm may cut the hole, pre-cut the hole and stuff, maybe even pre-drill some of the stuff. I forget how it came, but essentially there's a tap for draining off the fluids. There's actually a for sale sign, if you imagine like a plinth sat at about that height, so the fluids can drain down and the worms aren't sat in the water. And that's sat on legs. That's quite a ingenious idea, I feel like, so I've copied it. So it's a really strong shape. You may not think it is, but it's really strong. It's had no problem holding all of this, the weight of compost that's in there. So I think in that one there's 4 of these little legs. I've just upgraded to a bigger size, so I think it's almost double. I think it's 120 and 240, but I could be completely wrong. Yeah, 240 litres, and I think that's something like the 120, the smaller one. So I've made 5 little legs, essentially like the dots on a dice, 1 in each corner and 1 in the middle. A lot of ingenious things about this one, but what I didn't like was just this was really flimsy and it was starting to be pushed out by the weight of the compost. Drag that out, you can see it's actually starting to crack. In fact, that's just cracked there, but it's blown away a few times and got damage and stuff, but it's just not really fit for purpose. I've had to put a board at the back of it just to stop everything spilling out, which kind of fixed it up. Wasn't really an issue. Plus I wanted to just get a bigger size as well, but I wanted to see if I could upgrade the little compartment there for getting the soil out once the worms have done their thing. So yeah, this is the one I've been on with, and I'm just finishing up with. The solution I found, instead of a little hatch, has been these. Actually found this. I'll link to the Australian gentleman who was doing this, and that's like off a yacht, a sailing vessel or something. I think it's like a hatch or something, but it's a really thick plastic material. And you can see the little housing that just screws in. And obviously that's solid, really thick, hard plastic, designed for working ships and stuff. So yes, and I had to wait ages, one of those where you just order it from China and it takes about a month to arrive, but I think it was only it's either 8 quid for 2 or 8 quid each, I forget. But yeah, I'm just finishing it up. So put a little tap at the bottom. This is about 22 centimeters up. Can't really show you, I guess, but like I made a little cardboard circle, a little cardboard template. Before I fitted this, obviously I had the fixture here, and I just put that on a bit of cardboard, drew a circle around it, and then I used that cardboard on here. If you have jigsaws and you're handy with power tools and that sort of thing, then you know what you're doing, cutting through plastic. It was probably easier. What I ended up doing was heating a knife with a bit of a flamethrower thing. So just trying to get the knife as hot as possible, and then just using that to melt through the plastic. I think if I had a better sort of flamethrower thing, it was just one of those power lighter, turbo lighter things. It wasn't too bad. It was a bit of a faff, cooling down pretty quick. If I had a better lighter system, maybe one of those things the chefs used at flamethrower, whatever they do with whatever they do in the kitchen. I think if I could have got the knife hotter, I would have went through pretty easy. in the end it was a bit of a faff on. Well, it took a long time anyway. Doesn't really matter how clean the job is, because this little thing is the finished job. It's all taking care of all the smooth edges, so that's a nice thing about that as well. So I put one in the front and I put one on the side so I can get access. I just figured if there was stuff stuck in a corner, it might be nice just to be able to get another entrance in there. I think the Australian dude, I think he ended up putting 3 in. I think he had 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I'm just going to put the 5th leg back in. Got a bit of gravel in there just so those feet are, I'll just maybe show you. Trying to make you seasick. Yeah, so I just put a bit of gravel in just to hold those legs whilst I navigate putting this for sale sign. Just drilled plenty of holes in there for, obviously, for drainage. Again, bit of cardboard to cut. There's actually, like, inside the wheelie bin there's like loads of angles, and just the way it's shaped, I don't know if you noticed there, but it's quite an awkward shape to, there's things all over hexam, as we say, around these parts. So there's a few little, it doesn't have to be so perfect, does it? That's the right way. Or is it? That's actually caught on a nail on one of the snurkers. Yeah. I think that's good. It's maybe a little more snug than it needs to be, really. Yeah, that was the cardboard sort of template. It feels pretty strong. And that's the job done, really. Yeah, I'm pretty chuffed. I think less than half price doing it yourself. And if you're not much of a DIYer, I'll just sort of watch YouTubes and then see if I can crack on. I don't really know what I'm doing ever, but yeah, if you don't mind, if you like a bit of a project, then it's probably worth doing it yourself. Oh yeah, there's the air holes. 3 air holes on each side, and I've got 4 with it being a bigger bin. So there is 1 or 2 bits and pieces you need, like drill wise and stuff, I guess, but yeah, that's it. Can get worm forming now.